Good morning once again, dear viewers of GB Sports TV. Thank you for tuning in once again. This is GB Sports News that we are reporting now. GB Sports News on screen. You are with Pippen, one of the reporters from GB Sports TV, that I'm going to be delivering sports news right now as we speak. What is taking place in sports, that's why I'm here, guys, to deliver the sports news as it is going. Mostly today we'll be discussing the headlines that has broke internet, that will be against the Egyptian football player and Manchester City. Will be discussing that point. We'll be also discussing Manchester United's forward, that is none other than Marcus Rashford. His future, where is he heading now? What is his current statistics? That's what we're going to be looking at right now as we speak. I'm not going to taking much time without diving into this, guys. I want to remind you that if you have not yet subscribed, you are not doing the best thing on this channel. If this is not your first time to watch, guys, I'm telling you, just subscribe. If you are here at the first time, just subscribe. If you have been watching and not subscribing, guys, I'm telling you, that's not good. Please subscribe so that you can be getting all the latest news as we let it out. And once you subscribe, that's the only way that you can show us that you are supporting us. Then once you don't subscribe, meaning that you are not supporting us, and you should be supporting this channel because it will be giving you the latest news in football. Trust me, the sources that I get this news to you are trusted ones. I take my time and I read it through. I know there's a lot of rumors in sports. Even when a story doesn't come true in sports, that becomes a rumor. But at the first there we are possibilities of this news to be true. Then you cannot ignore all the news because some of them they are rumors, because rumors at times it turns into reality. That's why we also bring this kind of news, which we take them to be for new rumors. We take them to be rumors because they have not yet been confirmed, because the sources that are linked to it are not from inside a certain club, but those sources still do analyze. We do analyze this and we see that this might be possible. But as you know, guys, the final decision, especially in transfers, is made between clubs. Then once the club has read the official statement, that's when a story becomes new. But as per now, as we speak, if you have subscribed, I'm going to tell you the news of the latest Omar Marmoush, Egyptian footballer who is playing now in Germany, in Frankfurt. What is he taking place? What is taking place on this player and Manchester City? What are they doing? Manchester City, I have, according to what I have read and what I have realized, Manchester City is willing to give almost £59 on this player to buy him, plus add-ons, meaning that they are willing to buy this player, this forward player, to come in Manchester City, to come and assist Phil Foden, because as you have seen, Phil Foden has not made a good statistics for him in Manchester City. He has not been performing as well. That is also they also have this Jack Grealish also is not performing well. These all players that are there in this team, they have not performing well. So they need someone whom can come and assist them. And Omar Marmoush is one of the players who have that capability, that can assist in Manchester City as well. They can also assist Pep Guardiola, because Pep Guardiola, like last season, he lost his players, including Kevin De Bruyne, Rodri, who is still even not available by now. Meaning he has been suffering a lot, meaning that he needs more players. That's why he also needs to sign this player as we speak now. Manchester City need this player to the extent that I can tell that by the end of this summer, this player will be a player of Manchester City, because this player is no longer even playing some games. Like his last game in Frankfurt was on 14th. That's when they played and they won that game. That's when he appeared. But we are also asking ourselves, is he going to make another appearance for this club, for Frankfurt? Because the news that taking him to Man City guys, are a lot, even personal terms with the player, than just they are waiting for the club and the clubs themselves and the agents to complete the deal. Then the player will be signing for the Manchester City very soon as possible. Even it will not be the end of this summer, but I'm telling you of the date. Then the end of this summer, the player will be for Manchester City. If factors remains constant, nothing changes, the player is already in brew. What will be taking place? This will not be the first player to be from coming from Egypt to be in the Premier League, because we will be there. We also find him player, his national team player, that will be Mohamed Salah in Liverpool, who is also be there, meaning that there will be a good he will be having a good atmosphere in English football league, because he has some players who are national team. Let's wait for what will take place to the City, who are blue now. What will happen to Omar Marmoush? Will he stay there, or will he join Manchester City? We also wait for this, because as I've told you, we have to wait for the final statement from the clubs, from the agents, that the team we have signed this player. In fact, when you see the other player, when you see the signing photos, that's when a player has officially signed for a team. But for now, we tell you the news as it is going. The terms or the talks are good, that are showing that the player is to sign for Manchester City. That is what is taking place. That's what is breaking internet within this hour, this past hours. That's what internet is discussing. That's why also I wanted you to get alert and get to know what is taking place in transfer. We also have not Marcus Rashford still in Man City. We are very aware that Kyle Walker is set to leave, and is set to leave for the Italian clubs. This will be AC Milan is the one that is first to sign for the talent. Excuse me, is set to sign for this talent. But as I told you, this team from Italy, they are restricted from signing players who are coming from out of Europe. And as you know, England is not among the European countries, because for them I think this was Brexit law, when this England, they also they are no longer in European membership, meaning that the players from Manchester City, any team that is playing England is counted as non-member of European countries. Here, therefore, you are not allowed to sign two players in Italy Serie A when they are coming from out of the Europe. However much you can sign more players within Europe, but for those one coming from England, you have to be aware. I want to remind that this is the team that we also wanted to sign Marcus Rashford, meaning that the team cannot sign Marcus Rashford as well as Kyle Walker, meaning that we'll go for one. But as I told you, Inter Milan, they are the most people, as we are switching even news, is the most team that is more interested in Marcus Rashford, because they are willing to give him the wage of 300 per week pound. As they like, was he getting that in Manchester United? It was 350. I think Manchester United, it was 350. Then he'll be getting 300 in Italy. That's also a good news for Marcus Rashford, that he is likely to sign for that club on that wages. It might be on loan for a certain period of time, but there will be also a clause for buying a player. Manchester United, they are willing to sell the player. The player is also willing to leave the club, meaning that Marcus Rashford is no longer a player for Manchester United. That's of the news, but of the license, he's still a player of Manchester United. Even when the coach asked if Marcus Rashford will make another appearance, as I told you, he said that I don't know, but the player loves the player. He's a fan of a club since he was young. Then he loves the club. Anytime, as when because he's still training with Manchester United, meaning that he can make appearance for Manchester United. if factors remains constant when he has not gone anywhere. But for this season, I'm not seeing Marcus Rashford putting on the red jersey or any jersey for Manchester United, playing for them in a debut. That will not happen for now. Trust me on that. Marcus Rashford is one of the transfer that is going to be made within this transfer window. That is it for now. Now let's go on Max Rashford generally. I've got for you guys here the statistics. Let me give you and watch this, and we start to you will be discussing this personally. Me, I will not discuss it a lot because I know you watch these games. This is not too. It's not about that you know more football. This is statistics that are out. You can watch and see what is taking place. As you see on your screen, this is Rashford comparison since of the last season, all competitions. We have Rashford, you have Leo. This is also from AC Milan, where Marcus Rashford is also being linked. We also have Pulisic from AC Milan still. We have Rafinha from Barcelona and Lamine Yamal from Barcelona. These players, Marcus Rashford, as you see, he managed to play 67 games, Rafael 72, his fellow player 74, Rafinha 64, and Yamal who played 73. Meaning that Rashford could be the least player to have played the small games compared to others, apart from Rafinha. But when you see Marcus Rashford, his goals, he got 15, 22 goals Rafael Leao, 25 Pulisic, 29 Rafinha, and Yamal 15. What does this mean? Let's go on assists. He managed to give 8 assists, he managed to give 21, he managed to get 18, he managed to get I think you can see on your screen, Rafinha is 24 and Yamal is 21, Pulisic 18, Rafael Leao 21, and Max Rashford only managed to give 8 assists. When you see Marcus Rashford is not far from these players, these forward players whom they play on the same position, or who are all forward players. Because Marcus Rashford, don't forget that he has been in Manchester United, and Manchester United this was the start of last season. Last season they had Erik ten Hag. The guy tried to give him matches. That's why you see that he have almost 67. Meaning that Marcus Rashford is not talented. Marcus Rashford is not a bad player, because the statistics shows that Marcus Rashford tried to perform his best. Because remember, Manchester United has been struggling to get a win. Manchester United is one of the team that has been in minus of goals because they have not been scoring. Meaning that Rashford has tried his best, because they even bought a striker that can be assisting in scoring goals, but still Max Rashford managed to score 15 goals, like the player Lamine Yamal from Barcelona, who have played 73 games, it's almost 10 games, almost like 6 games above. But this player managed to score 15 goals like this one, meaning that Max Rashford can perform better if he's in good condition. That's why you see that Manchester United, when he's selling him, is not selling like a player who is not helpful. He's selling a talent. That's why teams like Barcelona, that's why a team like Borussia Dortmund, that's why a team like Inter Milan and AC Milan are here for Manchester United striker Max Rashford, because he's the player who can perform better. But here in Manchester United, they are not saying that he's not performing well. They are saying that he's somehow weak. He's not giving all what he can give. Meaning Marcus Rashford, he needs a fresh start. He needs a fresh mood so that he can be in a good mood and give what he can. Because as you have seen, he might to score on the first day that Ten Hag reported. He did it. Even recently, when of the last, because even this Robin Amlin, when he reported, Max Rashford is one of the players who scored a goal. Meaning that English footballer, he's more talented, but he needs a more place that he can feel okay, he can feel at home, therefore he can be performing well. Guys, I want to tell you that I want to end it from here. This comparison, I want to leave it with you. That's what I've analyzed. Guys, go in the comment and tell me, how do you see this? How does this statistics show that? What does this statistics show? What is your take on these statistics or this comparison of Marcus Rashford and his fellow players who are on attacking line? Guys, that will be nice for you if you do it and we discuss, because this is GB Sports TV news. We can be discussing all this and we get to know how things are moving. Guys, allow me to end here without taking a lot of time, and I tell you that I want to call it a day. That's what I've been telling you. I've been telling the news of Omar Malamush to Manchester City. That is likely to be done very soon, very possible. It's going to be done. And even Marcus Rashford went to Inter Milan. That is also going to happen very soon as of we speak, as per now. Guys, allow me to end here. I want to say that I love you so much. I'll be bringing you news, and I also want you to show me some love by subscribing, by commenting, by liking, even by sharing. This will be awesome, guys. I'll be in touch with you very soon. Ciao.